Hey everyone, Manero here, and in this video, I'm going to reveal what my art challenge and Procreate freebies for the month of September are going to be about. So let's jump right into it. But first I want to say thank you to everyone who participated on last month's challenge. I had a blast seeing all your awesome submissions and the incredible and healthy sense of community you guys keep promoting by liking, sharing and commenting on other artists' submissions. You can search by the hashtag Manero challenge on Instagram and Twitter, but mostly on Instagram, to check all the incredible artworks and give their creators some love. If you don't know what my challenge of the month is, basically I provide you with a free and exclusive Procreate brush every month, a color palette, and an art prompt. The challenge is to draw or paint something based on the prompt, using only the brush and the color palette provided. To join the fun, you can post your art on social media using the hashtags Manero brushes and Manero challenge, and feel free to include this image in your post. I will be sharing your awesome creations with my audience. You can find the link to download these freebies in the description below. The prompt for September is a calm place. For my take on this particular challenge, I'm going to be grabbing inspiration from this beautiful photo reference by Peter Slovacek. I've been thinking on doing a landscape-related challenge for a while now, and I figured it was about time. There's something about September for me, when the summer is almost over and we are starting to have some less heated days, even some colder nights, that make me have this nostalgic feeling on being in a calm, relaxing place. I've always preferred the cold over the heat, and I've always loved the rainy days when I was growing up. So for me, September means that the summer is nearly gone, and the chance for one of those rainy days is increasing. We already had a couple of those recently where I live, and that made me think of this idea for this challenge. That doesn't mean I was going to paint a landscape with rainy weather on it. The concept is more related to the feeling of being home, spending my time drawing in a cozy environment while hearing the noise of the rain outside. To reflect this nice mood, I decided to paint a lighthouse with a calm ocean behind, a clear sky with some fluffy clouds, and some birds flying very peacefully. The first thing I did was to block in a rectangular shape for the background, alpha lock it, and paint the different colors for the sky. Then I blocked the general shape for the lighthouse and the rocks below it. I also did the shape for the ocean on a different layer, between the sky layer and the lighthouse layer. With the alpha locked in these layers, I painted the colors for the ocean, having in mind the reflections of light coming from the horizon in the sky. Then I dedicated some time to build the lighthouse, the bridge, and the rocky formations. To do this, I basically used the different tones of brown and orange to sculpt the volumes and shapes while observing my reference at all times. Regarding the reference, I have to say that I'm not trying to do an exact copy of it, more like using it as an inspiration for my own take and giving it a little spin of my own imagination. Mine is more like a dreamy interpretation of what I can see in the picture, with simpler shapes and intense colors. There's also something that looks very much like a dream to me about lighthouses, and how solitary and weirdly calm they look. I like this idea of using light and shadows to carve and sculpt a subject. Adding rough strokes is very similar to adding clay, and then using smaller strokes to refine the shapes is very similar to using sculpting tools to give shape, or even take away some of that clay we've just added. and trying to squeeze the chosen color palette to the maximum by playing with the blue and purple colors in the shadow areas of the bridge, the rocks and the lighthouse, so that I can add a little bit of a cold and darker shade. I'm also using a small size with the brush to add hints of detail here and there that will make the painting look more defined in general. I decided to add a couple of elements that weren't in the reference, like these pieces of land in the distance and some clouds. And this is the final result. I really hope you liked this video and that you decide to join the fun. I can't wait to see what you guys will create this month. Of course, if you have any questions after watching this video, feel free to ask in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more art related videos and give me a thumbs up. Also, make sure to check out my Gumroad page, where you will find the Challenge of the Month freebies and many other brush sets for Procreate that I have available. I'm sure something will suit your artistic needs. All the links are in the description below. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time.